I think Terrence is going to have a hard time ever believing her. That's just the nature of the beast with him. Terrence and Deanne obviously have been together for a long time, but there is conflict within that marriage, as in any marriage, but in theirs particularly because of the things that are at stake. And Megan being one of them, and you trying to produce a movie. I don't understand why you can't just leave things be.
Because it's my job.
I know, but don't you have enough money?
No. No.
This is actual dialogue from the show.
These YSLs don't pay for themselves, son.
That's right.
Okay.
With the threat that Megan poses, there are obviously troubles in their marriage, but will they present a united front in sort of protecting the Institute? Or how do they handle it?
Well, see, that's assuming that they have the same agenda regarding the Institute, and I don't know that they do. That's all I'm going to say there.
Yeah.
I think Deanne chose wisely when she placed Megan in Kyle's path.
Yeah, I mean, that sort of, it definitely characterizes, I think, Deanne and Terrence's relationship is two agendas, sometimes running parallel and sometimes not. And sometimes when they're doing the exact same thing, they're doing it for completely different reasons with completely different motivations, which makes them interesting and real.
And fun
Just like my marriage.
Oh!
No. Okay, I'm Deanne in my marriage. I am.
What can we expect from their own relationship this season? They went through some stuff last season. There was the affair. What is season 2 like for their own marriage?
I'd say you maybe understand a little bit more why they are the way they are, I think. Yeah?
Well, yeah, you understand why they're together in spite of certain things.
Yeah.
There are certain story lines and plot lines that I can't really talk about because that would give a...
Well, you can, but you'd die.
Yes, I would. No, their relationship gets a lot more complicated in season 2, as do the relationships with all the characters on the show, which is great.
I think their relationship faces a couple of challenges that in their, what did we decide, about 20 some odd years they've been together? In their large period of time that they've been together, they're actually faced with challenges they haven't been faced with before, which I think is a new dynamic for them, because I reckon they feel like they're old hat at this marriage game, and they're not.
There is an engagement and a wedding to be planned this season. How hands-on are Terrence and Deanne in this?
Deanne isn't that hands-on, but I think the Institute is very hands-on.
Yes, and Terrence is not that hands-on, but he's hired a lot of people to make sure everything stays on track.
Season 1 is so much about getting the show off the ground and finding your footing in that. How does season 2 feel different now that you sort of have that year under your belt with these characters? Coming back to it, how's that sort of changed? What has this season felt like compared to the first go-round?
I feel the relationships between the characters have become a lot more complicated as you dig a little deeper and find out more about people and their true nature is revealed. Again, it just poses certain challenges to deal with people on a daily basis, and I think that goes for all the characters. Terrence's relationship with Megan and obviously with Deanne, everything gets heightened, everything is just more at stake, and that's what makes this show fun, because no one wants to watch people have a great life. That's boring. No, we don't. Who cares? We want to watch struggle and failure and redemption, and very little redemption in Terrence's case, but
everybody is sort of searching. You know, I thought about this, like every character, these two, Kyle and Megan, everybody is on a sort of journey to find their identity, really, like to establish an identity for themselves as they are, you know, turning corners in their lives, and that really affects everybody's relationship. And so there's a kind of a search for truth for all of them, and that makes all the relationships deeper and more interesting and more filled with conflict. Stuff like that.
I'll say sure, whatever they said.